There's something I keep noticing in conversations I've been having with gay men over 50. Something shifts, not all at once, not dramatically, but quietly, gradually. The things that once organized our lives start losing their grip just a little. There's achievement, status, being desirable, being relevant, being seen. And in their place, different questions begin to emerge. Questions about meaning, about connection, about purpose, about belonging, and who we actually are underneath all the performance. This doesn't get talked about enough, especially in the gay culture where so much emphasis lands on youth, image, and external identity. But many men reach this stage and realize the old ways of organizing themselves are no longer fully satisfying them. Not because they've failed, but because they've evolved. And I think this is an important distinction. Over the past few months, I've been sparking conversations with gay men on all sorts of topics from all sorts of backgrounds. Some partnered, some single, some living in cities, some completely isolated, some deeply reflective already, others beginning to ask deeper questions. But there's often a common thread underneath all of it. A desire for something more meaningful, more honest, more grounded, more connected, less performance, more presence. I felt this in my own life too. For years, I was extremely focused on the external, building stuff, achieving things, creating, trying to figure out who I was through basically what I did. I was a bit of an overachiever. And while some of it was necessary, eventually I began realizing that no amount of external accomplishment can answer the deeper internal questions. What are some of those questions? Well, they could be, what actually sustains me? What do I want around me at this age? What kind of life feels aligned now? What does contribution look like? What kind of man do I want to become in the second half of life? Many gay men are carrying these questions, but quietly, not because something is wrong, because this stage of life invites a deeper relationship to ourselves. It's about less proving and more truth, less performance and more humanity, less chasing and more listening. And I believe these can become the wisdom years. Not because we've suddenly become perfect, God knows, but because many of us finally become more willing to live consciously, to slow down enough to ask better or deeper questions, to build more intentional relationships, to stop organizing life entirely around external validation and activities, and maybe even to become more fully ourselves. That is really what the Wisdom Trust is all about. It's not self-help, not therapy, not pretending to have all the answers, just thoughtful conversations about what it means to be a gay man entering this stage of life consciously. If this conversation resonates with you, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to the channel and to our Substack. I think we need spaces for these conversations now more than ever.